Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hey, 2 weeks in a row. Hang on. That's great. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. 8 o'clock coffee. Yeah, the reason why I'm using it again is because we got some really nice comments from viewers regarding the history and the traditions behind 8 o'clock coffee. Some nice memories. When I say traditions, regarding this brand of coffee, really, really terrific. And it really is a very, very good cup of coffee. That's why we're using the Java series mug from Global Shave Clubs International. Right there, yeah, they've got those great razors that are in their Java series. Well, here, let me show you. I've got one right here. This is the Cappuccino. Boy, I love this razor. It's one of my favorites. Right here, it's got the Cappuccino logo on there. Yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful razor. Really, really love the shave that this razor delivers. Cappuccino. But yeah, I figured I'd use the Java series coffee mug because a little bit of Java talk here. From viewers. For instance, Barnabas Collins wrote, 8 o'clock coffee has a very storied history. I can remember as a kid in the late 60s going with my mom to the A&P grocery store and getting the 8 o'clock coffee beans out of these huge burlap sacks with a metal scoop and grinding the coffee right there in the aisle of the store. It was always known as the best coffee because they bought beans in such huge volume, so they got the best of the best beans. Tristan471 added to that. I'm way too young to remember that, but I've always loved 8 o'clock coffee, and it's always very cheap compared to other brands. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to check the price, but I think it is at a very, very good price point. Tomas Tobias wrote something along the same lines as viewer Barnabas Collins. He said, I don't know if you remember A&P grocery stores, the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, biggest retailer at one time. They created 8 o'clock coffee, and I remember my mom buying 8 o'clock coffee, and the grocer would grind it on the spot. The grinder was not electric. It was a big hand wheel. Well, at the store we shopped at, good memories. Wow, that really is neat. Great memories. And that inspired me to check out some information on Wikipedia regarding A&P at 8 o'clock coffee. And you gentlemen are correct. The Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, better known as A&P, was an American chain of grocery stores that operated from 1859 to 2015. From 1915 through 1975, A&P was the largest grocery retailer in the United States, and until 1965, the largest U.S. retailer of any kind. Wow, that is amazing. And then they have some information on Wikipedia regarding 8 o'clock coffee, and they said that they write here, 8 o'clock coffee is an American brand of coffee products currently manufactured by the 8 o'clock Coffee Company, a subsidiary of Tata Consumer Products, which is headquartered in Mumbai, India. Its coffee production plant is in Landover, Maryland. Tata Global Beverages has owned 8 o'clock coffee since 2006. 8 o'clock coffee was created by the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, later A&P, in 1859. That was the same year the A&P grocery stores were founded. And yeah, if you look on the side of this, yeah, it does say Tata right there. Yeah, so really, a really neat history, some really nice memories, which I think probably were family traditions, going to the grocery store and having those beans, those fresh beans ground by a grocer right there in the aisle, or maybe mom did it herself, and a manual hand ground, wheel that turns the grinder manually. That's really neat. Be neat to see one of those coffee grinders in action today. Really would be neat. Well, anyhow, a little bit of coffee history to get your morning going. Thanks so much for joining me again. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. If you're taking me along on your morning commute, hey, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. Great stuff this morning. I say it every week, but it's very true this morning. Got some great content for you. And you know what? Without further ado, let's kick it off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Hey, this morning's viewer shaving tip comes from Roderick McLeod. You know what? Before we get to that, John Meyer also mentioned something about A&P, and he said, I too remember going to A&P with my mom, and she would grind her own coffee. It always smelled so good. Yeah, I can imagine putting that fresh bean in there and grinding it like that manually. Probably was an outstanding aroma. Well, anyhow, we got my coffee. We got a shaving tip this morning, so let's get to it. This morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Roderick McLeod, and he writes, Hiya, Mark. Greetings from Florida. Roderick from Double Edge Shave Den on Facebook. Hey, that's a great user shaving group up there. Check it out, Double Edge Shave Den. They're on Facebook. First, I really enjoy your YouTube channel. Keep up the good work. Roderick, thanks very much. I appreciate that. While you were talking about your grandfather's open comb ball end Gillette, you mentioned tapping the razor on the inside of the sink to clear the lather, and your suspicion that it might have been the cause of damage. Yeah, I don't have that razor with me because, again, I'm trying to treat it with great care. But here is the Razor Rock old type, which is patterned after the Gillette old type. At least the razor head is. The handle is different. But needless to say, one of the teeth, there's one tooth on the end of the comb of my grandfather's razor that is bent inward like this, east to west. And I suspect that when he was rinsing the razor in the sink, he may have been tapping it to get that excess lather off of the razor head. Just a guess on my part. Anyhow, he writes, this leads me to an easy way to gauge proper lather hydration. After a few strokes with the razor, just immerse the razor head in a sink of water. Hold the razor still. Do not swish. Do not hold the razor head under running water. If blobs of lather don't easily and quickly detach and float away from the razor head, no more than 4 or 5 seconds, preferably 1 or 2, that's a good indication that your lather could be underhydrated. That's right, boys and girls. Lather can be too thick and rich. One of lather's main jobs, right after lubricating, is to flush stubble out of the way of your blade edge. It can't do that if the lather is so thick and rich that it's actually tacky. You want that lather to work more like oil than grease. This is a piece of advice that I try to remember to give every new wet shaver when they're looking for lather tips. Just thought I'd pass it on to a place where people can hear it. Regards, Roderick McLeod. Roderick, outstanding shaving tip. Really, thank you for that. I think, I've learned something new from it, so thank you very, very much. I know when I'm doing my face lathers, I'm always adding water, that sort of thing. So maybe in the back of my mind, I'm thinking along the same lines as what you've mentioned here. But I am definitely going to test my lather that way by holding the razor head in the water, not swishing, and just seeing what happens. Thank you very, very much. And I know that all the other viewers out there really appreciate that. Very, very helpful and useful tip. So thanks very much. And to say thank you, Roderick, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, all you got to do is email me a shaving tip. Email that tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and if I use it in the morning shaving tip, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So thanks very much again, Roderick. I really do appreciate it. And folks, again, check out Double Edge Shave Den on Facebook. Well, this morning we have an extra shaving tip, and it comes from viewer Gary Hogue. And he writes, Mark, as always, the Monday morning mailbag provides lots of helpful information. Thanks very much, Gary. The helpful information comes from all of the viewers out there. Without the viewers, as I've always said, this channel wouldn't exist. It's amazing the wealth of information that viewers very, very kindly share with this channel. So my thanks to everyone out there. He continues, there have been numerous tips and comments on methods to both clean razors as well as repurposed products. I just thought I'd send along a couple of ideas in case someone else is interested. After each shave, I carefully rinse and dry off the wet razors. I find that the twist to open models have more places to collect water, and I found that using a can of compressed air the type normally used for electronics, is great for getting the water out of the small crevices. The main reason I do this is to keep any water from dripping on the wood razor stands I use. Hey, very, very helpful. He also writes, when I replaced my electric toothbrush, I kept the old one for scrubbing razors. The smaller brush head on the electric models make it easier to get into tight spaces and do a great job of cleaning. The brush heads vibrate at several hundred oscillations per second to provide a thorough cleansing of the razors. It probably doesn't matter that much in comparison to a normal toothbrush, but since I already have the older one, why not go ahead and use it? And I think a lot of these electric toothbrushes also have, at least mine, I have an older one too. I might use it for that. I might use it for cleaning razors. It has a softer setting, like a feather setting. So that might be very, very helpful also. If you don't want to scrub real hard, you could put it on the softer setting. That's just something else to consider. It's another option if you have one of those toothbrushes that have those kinds of settings. Perhaps someone else may find these techniques useful. Please keep the Monday morning mailbag episodes coming. I look forward to them every week. Thanks, Gary Ho. Gary, great shaving tips. Thanks very much. Compressed air, electric toothbrushes. Again, falls in with repurposing these items that we have in our shaving den. Really, really wonderful. Thanks again. Well, we also have some shave den photos this morning. You just heard from viewer Gary Hogue. He very kindly sent along this photo of his shave den. There's George alongside some vintage advertising for razors, vintage shaving advertising. Absolutely fantastic. Wow, that's wonderful, Gary. I am very, very flattered. Just terrific. Just very flattered when viewers take the sketch and frame it up and put it in their shave den. So thank you very much for that, Gary. I really do appreciate it. Bill Murphy sent along the following email and photos. He said, Mark, here are some photos of the George drawing you sent me. It hangs proudly in my shave den, guest bathroom. I am wearing my new Burma Shave t-shirt. I used PAA Hotel Cecil today. Should be getting the Supply SE today and looking forward to using it tomorrow. Thanks again. Looking forward to your next video. Thanks very much, Bill. Yeah, the Supply Razor, fantastic razor. That SE really is a favorite. I love using it, and I think I've mentioned that my brother Tom purchased one, and he absolutely loves the Supply SE. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I and my brother Tom do, Bill. And thanks so much for framing up George and hanging him in your shave den. I think that's absolutely wonderful. Great looking t-shirt. Hotel Cecil, fantastic scent. Thanks again, Bill. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Gary. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm honored that George is being displayed in your shaving dens. Okay, this is sort of shaving related. I have a friend who I met through the National Cartoonist Society named Rob Smith Jr. He's based in Florida, and he is just an amazing cartoonist. He has a Facebook page, and he will do live cartoon illustration drawings on his Facebook page. And he did one this past Sunday that was just amazing. I mean, he just starts with a blank piece of paper, and then and he really doesn't know what he's going to do. And before you know it, something emerges from his pen, and it's just amazing. And to just watch him build this drawing over about an hour or so, it's just absolutely, I mean, I'm amazed by it all the time. He is really a gifted cartoonist. And I'll have a link to his Facebook page if you want to follow him, because he really is a very, very talented guy. He does illustrations and caricatures and book illustrations and cartoons. He really is terrific. Anyhow, he was doing this particular drawing this previous Sunday, and he happened to see me log in as a viewer, and he started talking about the channel, the shaving channel here, and Monday Morning Mailbag, I guess, Dollar Tree, where we're talking about Dollar Tree razors and that sort of thing, and he was referring to all that. And then that's when he decided, well, what is he going to put on that crate that dog character is holding above his head? And that's when he decided to put Barba barber equipment on there, which I thought was kind of neat. So he was kind of inspired to do that because he does follow the shaving channel, and he has gone into Dollar Tree to look for different shaving supplies and has been looking around for that sort of thing. So I wanted to just let you know that he has a Facebook page, and he is just an incredible, incredible talent. So if you get a chance, get up to his Facebook page and, stay tuned for the next time he does a live drawing, because it really is amazing. And he talks a lot about Florida history as well. He's a history buff, and he knows a lot about Florida and the area. And just a really enjoyable hour to spend with him, watching him develop these cartoon drawings. And again, he never knows what direction he's going in. It just happens. It really is an amazing thing to see. So I just wanted to pass it on to you, Rob Smith Jr. on Facebook. I'll have the link to his Facebook page below. Well, this is more shaving related. Viewer Glenn Sherman started a YouTube channel. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. Hope all is well. I want to let you know that I started a new YouTube channel called Classical Shaving with GB Sher. That's GB, and the second word is SHER. I attached a link to a video you might like. I love Shave of the Day photography and did a 10-minute video showcasing some of my work. If you get a chance, please give it a look." And he provided the link, and I will provide the link to it below. I happened to take a look at it. It really is wonderful, and those Shave of the Day photos are wonderful. They really are. They're terrific, terrific, and very inspiring, because there are a lot of different shave gear there. And I know when you see some of those razors and some of the soap and the brushes and that sort of thing, you're going to be asking yourself, what is it? And where can I get it? Absolutely. So congratulations on the channel's launch, Glenn. And thanks for passing word along. And I'm very, very happy to share the link with all the viewers. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, we're off to a great start. A lot of great subjects this morning already. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Yeah, a lot of great subjects this morning. Really enjoyable stuff. My thanks to everybody who helped kick off the show this morning. And speaking of refill, let's kick it off with something from Tim Whitcup, who wrote, "Hey, Mark, great video. I have a Gillette old type with a hairline crack. It works fine with it there. I just don't crank down on it too hard." Yeah, we had this discussion in the previous Monday morning mailbag regarding the Gillette old type. Now, this is a Razor Rock old type, which is patterned after Gillette old type. My grandfather's Gillette old type is about 100 years old. And a lot of Gillette old type razors, the vintage Gillette old types, because the handle was hollow, they will develop a hairline crack through repeated tightening and untightening and that sort of thing. So my question was, does a hairline crack or a crack affect the razor's ability to clamp that blade in place? And Tim says he's got a hairline crack, doesn't affect the clamping of the blade. Blade stays in place, is what I'm assuming from reading his comment here. He just doesn't tighten it too much. Tightening it too much may aggravate and expand that crack a little bit, aggravate that crack a little bit. Now, my grandfather's old type does not have a hairline crack, as they say, knock wood. And I pull it out once in a blue moon. I got to pull it out and do another shave with it on camera, because it really is a terrific razor and does a great job in shaving and giving a shave. It's just that I have a lot of things on the table here, which is why I don't have it out, because this playing field here, so to speak, has a lot of players on it. And I'm afraid if I have that and set it down, it might get in the way of something and might fall down on the floor, and I don't want to do that. So I want to have a nice sparse area when I'm showing that razor on camera. So that's why I don't have it with me. But it's a fantastic razor. It gives a great, great shave. If you find one at an estate sale, an antique store, a yard sale, something like that, Really, it's worth purchasing. If it has a hairline crack in it, as Tim is reporting, it will not affect its ability to clamp that blade in place. Just don't tighten it too hard. So thanks very much for that, Tim. Really, really do appreciate it. Alan Hurst checked in, and he's commenting on whether or not corking a blade, taking a razor blade and corking it, will take off any of the coating, platinum coating, chromium coating, that sort of thing. And a lot of wet shavers will take a brand new blade and run it through a cork before shaving with it first time, because that will knock down some of the little inconsistencies in the edge and kind of smooth it out a little bit and deliver a better shave. At least that's the thinking. Anyhow, Alan writes, "Hey Mark, when corking a razor blade, you will not remove any coating. The final step in making a blade is applying the coating. Platinum and or chromium particles measuring only microns are embedded into the porous surface of the blade, which is now heated to 600 to 700 degrees. Once cooled, these particles are locked into place. Think of it as filling a nail hole with spackle and sanding the wall before painting. Little pieces of platinum filling small holes in steel, leaving a smooth blade surface to glide across your face." Geez, now we know how you achieve those movie star good looks. Got a long way from movie star good looks, but thanks, Alan. I appreciate that. And thanks for the explanation regarding coating on a blade. It sounds like those, like you say, they're embedded right into the blade, so a little bit of corking is not going to remove them. However, Wholesome Boy asks the following question. I definitely think that corking peels that coating because some brands have printed on the blade a caution sign telling you not to wipe the blade when drying them because wiping might damage the coating. I don't know if it's damaging the coating. I don't know if it's doing something to the edge of the blade. Maybe it's dulling the edge of the blade. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe. I don't know. I think Alan gave an excellent explanation as to why corking a blade will not remove that coating because it's embedded into the steel of the blade. Why some blade manufacturers say don't wipe the blade. You know what? I'm going to put that to the viewers. Why is that? Because you know what? I pat all my blades dry. I don't wipe them because I've always heard, don't wipe them dry, pat them dry. Yeah, you know what? Why is that? I don't think it has anything to do with coating. I think it has something maybe perhaps dulling the edge blade, maybe. And maybe if you're wiping it in the wrong direction, so to speak, that could dull the edge. If you know, comment below because that really is that's really a good question. Why not wipe the blade? Why is that? If corking the blade doesn't affect coating, why is wiping it a bad thing? I pat my blades dry, as I say. But thanks very much for that, Wholesome Boy. Really do appreciate it. Camille Selizan wrote, great Monday morning mailbag as usual. Thank you, Camille. I really do appreciate it. I have a strange feeling that usually open comb razors are advertised as more aggressive than closed comb ones. Again, this goes back to our discussion of some of the open comb razors I talked about in a previous Monday morning mailbag as they related to the Gillette old type open comb razor. Also, there is an overall impression that open comb DE razors are more aggressive. Of course, it may be true for some specific models like the Mula R41. Having experience with open comb Razor Rock Game Changer, Petit Piccolo, and Gillette Old Type, I can say that this overall impression is often misleading, especially when open combs are way more comfortable while you have a couple of days of growth. Yeah, I think that's very, very true. A couple of days of growth and you use an open comb razor, as I understand it, that comb actually helps to guide those whiskers in and shave them more effectively with the blade. That's been my understanding. And I also think that a razor's aggression or mild quality really isn't dictated by whether it's an open comb or a straight bar, generally speaking, is my understanding. But I think it's more driven by blade gap, whether it's got a large blade gap or a small blade gap. Interestingly enough, along the same lines, you would think that a slant razor is going to be more aggressive than, say, a semi-slant razor, so to speak. Now, I have found that the semi-slant from Parker is actually a little more aggressive than the slant razor from Icon. This is the X3 slant razor from Icon. You would be hard-pressed to nick yourself with this slant razor. I've done face shaves with this and head shaves with it. It's mild, it's efficient, it's beautiful, but really, it's very, very mild, whereas the semi-slant, which you think would be milder than a slant, the semi-slant actually is a little more aggressive and has a higher efficiency. This is a 2-pass razor for me. This is a 3-pass razor for me, if I can kind of boil it down to that. So kind of along the same lines of open comb and straight bar, I think open combs, generally speaking, have a higher efficiency and maybe slightly more aggression than, say, a straight bar razor, provided both blade gaps are the same. If both blade gaps are the same, I think the open comb is going to be a little more aggressive than the straight bar comb. That's kind of the way I look at it. But yeah, generally speaking, the open comb is going to have a little more efficiency than the straight bar at the same blade gap. But I like them all. And the open combs that I've used in my shave den tend to be very mild and very efficient. So, go figure, I guess. I guess it's all in at blade gap is what I'm trying to say. At least that's my guess. What do you think? Comment below and let me know if I'm on the right track on that. Leslie Fitzer wrote, and hi, Mark. He wrote, because we're talking about vintage razors, he has a British tech. And wow, what a British tech he has. He sent along photos. He said, hi, Mark. This is my English-made tech, which is in my vintage travel case. That is absolutely beautiful. That looks brand new, Leslie. That is absolutely beautiful. And again, it's inspiring me to look for a British tech at yard sales and garage sales and estate sales and antique stores this summer. So I'm definitely going to try to seek out one of those. That's absolutely beautiful. So thanks very much for sending along the photos of the British tech so we can all get a look at it and so we know what to look for down the road. Thank you very much, Leslie. Really, really do appreciate that. Mark Denton wrote the following. Oh, by the way, Mark Denton is the gentleman behind Denton Magic Shave Soaps. This is Kusafiri that we reviewed on the channel. Boy, this is terrific. It's got a wonderful, organic, manly kind of scent to it. Yeah, this is terrific. Comes with a little poker chip here so you can scoop it out and put some in your shaving bowl and build a nice lather. Really, really enjoyed this. Gonna use this again. This is terrific. I really, really enjoyed this shave soap. Makes a wonderful, wonderful lather. Well, Mark Denton also volunteered the following regarding vintage razors. This is what he found. He said, I enjoyed this morning's show. He said, hi, Mark. I enjoyed this morning's show. Just wanted to piggyback on the vintage razors. Here's a picture of a 1963 i2 Gillette Super Speed. Couldn't believe that it's basically in mint condition. Then he sent another email and said, laugh out loud, I forgot to mention that I picked this up at an estate sale for $4 and had absolutely no work done to it. That is amazing. Again, folks, yard sales, estate sales, garage sales, antique stores, you can find these wonderful, wonderful vintage razors for really very, very little money in great condition, like Mark is showing us here. Really terrific. Great find, Mark. Really terrific. And again, Denton Magic Shave Soap is Mark's shave soaps. And Kusafiri, this is terrific. He's got another one coming out. We'll be talking about it in an upcoming Monday morning mailbag. So really looking forward to that as well. So more on that when the shave soap arrives, because I believe he's sending it to me. So looking forward to that. And thank you very much, Mark. Jim from Northfield said, hey, Mark, just wanted to share my latest find. I purchased these at an antique mall for, get this, $11.96. That includes the tax. They are a vintage Eversharp injector razor, a ball end Gillette Tech, and yes, a Merkur 34C. I couldn't believe the 34C was only $5. It was never used, not a scratch or any sign of use. Goes to show you, right time, right place. Have a great evening, Jim. Wow, that is an absolutely fantastic find for all three of those razors. A Merkur, what's a Merkur Go new on Amazon or something? $35, $40, something like that now? I'll have to check the price. That's fantastic find. But again, vintage razors or even something like a Merkur 34C, you can find these great razors out there. And, estate sales, garage sales, yard sales, that sort of thing. Vintage razors in great condition for really, really good prices. And also some of the razors that are available today. Wow, it looks like you can come across some of those too. A 34C. Wow, that's fantastic, Jim. Thanks so much for sending those photos in and sharing that with the viewers. And that's it for another refill this week. Wow, some great comments from everybody. I hope it leads to a good discussion, because I sure do have some questions about the coating and the wiping of blades and that sort of thing. And it's also inspired me to, look at some of these yard sales and garage sales that are in the area and just, go in, visit, and see if they have any of these great vintage razors. I hope you do the same. Thanks again, everyone, for contributing. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new shaving gear. Rodney Ripplinger checks in with the following. Hi, Mark. What do you think of this little chest of drawers for keeping a small amount of supplies in the shave den? Blades on top, small, infrequently used razors in the middle drawer, and razor plates and parts in the bottom drawer. I found it at Dollar Tree. It's intended for storage of earrings, necklaces, and assorted whatever. This here is the assorted whatever. It is quite small, but holds a lot of stuff. It was only $6. Rodney. Hey, that's a great find, Rodney. Thanks very much for sharing it, because I know a lot of us are always looking for different storage units and different kinds of devices to store our razors and our blades and kind of keep everything sorted out and easy to find and that sort of thing. That looks wonderful. And for $6, you don't have to be limited to one. You could buy a few of those and maybe stack them on top or side by side. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check it out in my own Dollar Tree and see what it looks like. But yeah, thanks very much for passing that along. Looks like a good solution for some excess shaving gear that you might want to help organize. So thanks very much for that, Rodney. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Thomas Tobias checked in and he wrote, I'm not sending this to become a weekly feature, laugh out loud, but I do appreciate your reviews and saw one where you did a review of the Hagen adjustable razor. I was recently gifted one by my neighbor, and I think this is a sleeper razor. What a good shave. I don't know that I would have looked forward to using it if it wasn't for your review. Hey, thanks very much for that. I really do appreciate it. Before I go any further, yeah, the Hagen adjustable razor is a clone of the Merkur Futur. It's a little bit lighter, but it's the same design of the Futur. And yeah, it's about $20. I think I got mine at the local Giant Eagle grocery stores for about $20. And I purchased it to review it and compare it with the Merkur Futur. It does a wonderful job. And the blade balance on this was much, much better than the Q-Shave, which is another clone that I have. And I really enjoyed using this. And this is one I would consider traveling with, throwing into my DOP kit because it's only $20. I would not want to take my Merkur Futur traveling with me for fear of losing it. But if I wanted to get an equivalent shave, then I would take the Hagen. And this is also a good way to test out this razor head, because some wet shavers think it's a little too cumbersome, unwieldy, not maneuverable. I haven't really found that. I guess I've become accustomed to it. But it's a good way to try out a Futur-like razor for only $20. And then if you really like it and you want to get the Futur itself, well then, hey, it's like $70, $80, $90, depending on the plating and that sort of thing. Then you know what to expect is what I'm saying. So you don't have to invest a lot of money and then maybe sell it because you don't like it or whatever, that sort of thing. As a matter of fact, I bought my Futur, this one right here, used from another wet shaver who didn't particularly care for it. He used it once and then put it up for sale, and I happened to take it, and I got a pretty nice discount on it. I can't remember what I paid. Maybe $40 or $50, something like that. But it was in great shape. He only used it once, so you know what? I purchased it. But at that time, the Van der Hagen was not available, so I didn't know what to expect. But yeah, if you want to try a Futur shave and not spend all that money, the Van der Hagen is like $20. So it was $20 for me. I think that's probably where the price is. And it really is a very, very good clone. Now that I've given you the background on that, let me continue with his email comments. I don't know that I would have looked forward to using it if it wasn't for your review. Thanks very much. I did a shave of the day post with that razor and the remarkable 345 Soap Company 1879 Prospector shave soap. John Patton included a small Ziploc bag of Fool's Gold, which is iron pyrite, which was a nice touch. I'm a professional artisan and immediately decided to make a ring using the Fool's Gold, and John allowed me to call it the Prospector ring. It's made out of black ceramic and inlaid with the Fool's Gold. Not a period correct piece, but my interpretation as an artist. Hope you like it. I love it. I think it's fantastic. That's really, really nice and a nice touch. And maybe John should consider having you make those rings and include them with the sale of the shave soap. And the reason why we're reading Tomas's email is to point out not only the Van der Hagen razor, but also the 345 Soap Company's 1879 Prospector shave soap. I've not used it. If you've used it, please comment below and let us know what you think of its performance and that sort of thing. Also use the custom-made stag-handled Badger shave brush and an old enamel-ware tin cup a la Prospector. Thanks very much for that, Tomas. That looks absolutely great. And thanks for reminding everyone about the Van der Hagen adjustable razor, which is a clone of the Merkur Futur. And yeah, it is a sleeper razor. It is a really terrific razor at a really, really nice price point. It lets you try out a Futur shave without spending all that money. And thanks very much for passing along the 345 Soap Company's 1879 Prospector shave soap. Another great shave soap for wet shavers and viewers to check out. Thanks again, Tomas. Really appreciate it. Viewer Magnus Crone checked in. Hi, Mark. I'm back on YouTube again. I have some good news for you. Nivea has a new aftershave balm called Fresh Kick. Hope that you can find it and try it. Have a nice day and a nice shave. Magnus, thanks very much for that. I will look for Fresh Kick. Hopefully, if I find some imaging and product pages and that sort of thing, I can post them here on the Monday Morning Mailbag. I've not heard of it. Nivea has a great product line. Of course, we've used Nivea in the shave reviews on the channel. We've talked about their great products. And yeah, so really looking forward to finding Fresh Kick. So thanks very much for the heads up on that, Magnus. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer The Metal Life wrote, I've been shaving with the new Old Spice Bald Care System, exfoliating scrub, latherless, and moisturizer with SPF. Head scrub is amazing. Man, it smells so good. The other two have it, but nowhere near the scrub. Can you believe they made a cream you don't have to import? Mid-tier slickness gets the job done. It's not even close to Barbasol 1919 though, which, by the way, I think they discontinued. I have not heard that. I'm really curious to know whether or not they discontinued that. I'm going to go up to Amazon and see if I can get some more. I couldn't find any until some obscure retailer ended up with some, so I got two. Kind of sucks because it really is the superior product. The Bald Care set is $24 on Amazon. Truly a good deal too, as they give you a lot. Well, we'll link to it. And that is great. That's something else that I'm going to consider purchasing and using because, something for a head shave. And I'm really, really interested in getting the entire system, the exfoliating scrub, the latherless shave cream, I think is what you meant there, and the moisturizer with SPF, pretty important because it's summertime. And of course, we got to either stay out of the sun or have some sort of protection up there with SPF or just a hat, that sort of thing. So thanks very much for giving us a heads up on the Old Spice Bald Care System, The Metal Life. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it. Viewer Caleb Bowers wrote the following. Hey, Mark. Awesome video as usual. Thanks very much, Caleb. I really do appreciate it. Yesterday, I went through the shaving section at Walmart and I came across Edge Cedarwood and Shea Butter Gel Shaving Cream. It lathers up great. The scent of the cream isn't overpowering, but it's soothing. I thought it was the best gel I've ever used and highly recommend it. So if you're looking for something new to review, try the Edge. Your friend, Caleb. Hey, Caleb, thanks very much for that. I really do appreciate it. Every once in a while, because of time constraints or whatever, we may find ourselves not able to do a traditional wet shave, and we try to use maybe a brushless shave cream of some kind, or something that might fit into our routine when we're pressed for time, or whatever the reason. So thanks very much for recommending this. Really do appreciate it. I'm also interested in mentioning this because a product like this, a shaving gel like this, may very well prove to be a good pre-shave as well. You could put this on your face as a pre-shave and help prep the whisker and the skin a little bit, and then maybe get your brush and your shaving cream and build a lather over it. So that's something else to try. Generally speaking, I like the traditional wet shave. I love using shave soap and a brush, as I'm sure the majority of viewers do, but we understand there are those times where you may not be able to do it. So it's always great to know that there are these options out there for those times when you get into a pinch. So thanks very much for mentioning the Edge Cedarwood and Shea Butter Gel shaving cream. Really do appreciate it, Caleb. Thanks very, very much. Well, one more time, wanted to mention the Hagen adjustable razor. Jason Voorhees wrote. Jason Voorhees. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Jason. Voorhees. Voorhees, I think, I hope. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Jason. Anyhow, he wrote, just bought this baby and haven't used it yet, so I really appreciate the review. It might be lighter than the Futur, but I've never held a Futur, and the Hagen, the Hagen, feels great in the hand. Only potential complaints I see is I have a mustache and I shave under the nose, so I like a thinner head for accuracy, but I usually use a shavette for that anyway. Also, not a big fan of the overhang past the ends of the blades. I like less clearance than that for getting more accurate with my sideburns. They might be entry-level razors and don't have a big reputation, but a Butterfly Hagen was the first DE I bought, and it's still serving me well, while the Parker I had broke within a couple of years. I'll try this before paying $80 for a Mercure Futur any day. Yeah, just another reminder that the Hagen is available. It's at a good price point. It gives a really wonderful shave. It's a Mercure Futur clone. And again, can't emphasize this enough, as Jason has mentioned here. You can buy this at a very, very good price point and try it. And if it's to your liking, then you can go ahead and invest in a Mercure Futur. And if you try this and it's not really to your liking, you're only out $20. You can set it aside and come back to it later, that sort of thing. But yeah, point taken on the size of the razor head, Jason. As I mentioned before, I'm accustomed to it. I think it's fine. Of course, I got a bigger nose, so maybe I got more clearance or something. I'm not sure, but it works well for me. It works fine for me. I did have to become accustomed to it, but I adapted to it fairly well, and I hope you do as well. And I hope you enjoy the shaves with it. So thanks very much for the update on this and the reminder. We're mentioning it in new shaving gear because, it is a nice piece of shaving gear that's out there at a very, very good price point, the Hagen. I'll have a link to it on Amazon below so that if you want to check it out, the link will be there. Thanks again, Jason. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Bob Leroe checked in with not one, not two, but 3 new razors that are available that he's reviewed through the Amazon Vine program. Now, he's an Amazon Vine reviewer. The first one he sent in was the Leymiga Double Edge Safety Razor, Leymiga. And his review says, in part, this is an attractive razor. It reminds me of a carve, particularly the handle, which provides a good grip. Some gold-plated razors are gaudy, but this one is a muted champagne gold for a richer look. It has decent weight and balance. Not too heavy, yet definitely not light. It feels good in the hand. He concludes by saying the box is functional, definitely not a gift box if that matters. Definitely a good razor to add to one's collection. Now, I'll link to his complete review, and I'll also link to the product that he's discussing, the Lemiga Double Edge Safety Razor. He also wrote, "Hi Mark, I got 2 Grooming Society razors this week, and here's my Amazon Vine review." Now, the Grooming Society razors are something I've not heard of. Thanks very much for passing this along, Bob. And he writes, the Grooming Society is offering 3 double-edge razors with a very modern look: the Wing Set, the Luxe Set, and the Unisex Set. These are not your grandfather's razors. In appearance and packaging, they are very 21st century. He goes on to talk about the Wing Set. The Wing Set is a slim, attractive razor from the Grooming Society that should appeal to men and women. It comes in 4 colors. The long handle is great for reaching the back of one's neck. The knurling is adequate for a decent grip. This is a fully enclosed razor, which means you could pick it up by the ends of the top cap. Why aren't all razors made this way? Well, to each his own. Some like to have those end tabs enclosed. Other folks, neither here nor there. But he goes on to say it's a mid-aggressive razor, and there are some other details here. It would make a great gift, though it's not for a beginner. So thanks very much for that review on the Wing Set, the Grooming Society Wings Set razor. Bob, really do appreciate that. I'll link to the review, and I'll link to that specific product. He also talks about the Luxe Set. Well, it's L-U-X-E, Luxe Set. The Luxe Set is a totally unique razor from the Grooming Society, and like their Wing Set, it should appeal to both men and women. I don't think there is a razor like this anywhere. It looks like a work of art. The top cap has a distinct geometric carved look, and the handle is a heptagon. Normally, a chrome finish would mean a slippery grip, but because of the 7 sides, it is easy to control. The weight is also good. Not too heavy, not too light. And he goes on to say, I used Taylor Bond Street shave soap and a Gillette Platinum blade and got a close shave with 3 passes. And it also comes in a very attractive tube with a pack of blades. Wow, that's really nice. Some great razors out there. And thanks so much for providing this information, Bob. Again, folks, I'll link to his review, and I'll link to this specific razor. And he also concludes by saying Amazon Vine didn't offer the unisex razor, so he's unable to comment on that one. But 2 out of the 3 he has commented on. So I think his review is very, very insightful. Very, very well-informed reviews as well. So I'll link to both reviews. I'll link to both razors. So thanks very much for that, Bob. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, we have a few new items here in the Shave Den. I've done reviews on them. One review has already run, and the other reviews are upcoming. Just wanted to show these items to you again, or possibly for the first time. From Phoenix Shaving, the Doppler shave brush. Wow, is this a beautiful, beautiful shave brush. A butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. This brush is based on the Erskine A500 vintage shaving brush. Go to their product page. You can read all about it. It is an absolutely terrific, wonderful, wonderful shaving brush. It has a 26 millimeter perihelion hybrid synthetic knot. It is absolutely wonderful. It's got that great retro look. I love this handle. I just love this. It feels great in the hand. It has a nice weight to it, and it makes a beautiful, beautiful lather. It's wonderful for face lathering. So yeah, 26 millimeter knot. It's just nice and soft, good moderate backbone, splays out very, very well for doing a face lather. I've been using nothing but this brush for the last several shaves I've had. Absolutely love it. And again, I love the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. And it's very, very reminiscent. Where is my other shave brush? Here it is. The Solar Flare with the butterscotch handle. So yeah, so there they are right there, butterscotch handles from Phoenix Shaving. This Solar Flare also is a wonderful, wonderful shaving brush. Matter of fact, this was the first shaving brush. I think it was the first shaving brush that I got from Phoenix Shaving. It's absolutely fantastic. And then I think the Atomic Rocket followed this. But yeah, wonderful brush. And I love the butterscotch handles. Thanks, Mom. Really terrific. Both of them are great. But yeah, this Doppler, check it out. It's a nice price point, and the knot is wonderfully soft, good moderate backbone, splays out great for face lathering. Just love it. And there's something about this handle that has that great retro look, but is also very, very functional when you grip it. That's what really impressed me the most about it. So the Doppler shave brush. Also from Phoenix Shaving, I have to mention this because I've done a review of it, and it was absolutely wonderful. This is something the viewers encouraged me to try. Here it is, Cold Spices Shave Soap from Phoenix Shaving. I got it in CK6. Oh my gosh, is this a wonderful, wonderful shave soap. This is the classic Old Spice scent when Schulten's owned and ran Old Spice. This is absolutely wonderful. This is an homage to that classic Old Spice scent, and you can see I've used it. And this is fantastic. This is another shaving soap from Phoenix Shaving that I'm going to buy again. I love this so much. Just a great scent from yesteryear. It brought back a lot of memories when I first opened it up and used it. And it also comes, I bought the bundle, so it came with the aftershave and cologne. This is beautiful. The scent in this is even more distinctive than the shave soap, which is probably the way it should be. Yeah, really terrific. So get the bundle. I'll have a link below for it. I'll have links for both CK6 and also the original Crown King formula. I was thinking about getting the Crown King formula and doing the review with the original Crown King formula. But you know what? I love CK6, as you know. Next time around, I'll probably get the Crown King formula. And I also got the Star Jelly, Cold Spices Star Jelly. Terrific. Just really a wonderful shave soap. My thanks to all the viewers who recommended it and talked about it. I placed an order and I got it, and it was fantastic. So yeah, thanks very much for that, folks. I really do appreciate it. Also, had a couple of shaves, did a review of the EndGem Speed razor. This is a 3D printed razor from Roger Quintero. This was wonderful. This is patterned after those classic Gem Micromatic razors using the Gem razor blade. You can see that one's installed right there. It comes in 3 different levels of aggression. It comes in a 1 dot right here on the razor head. You can see that 1 dot right there. 1 dot, which is mild, 2 dot, which is medium, and 3 dot, which is the upper level, the more aggressive version. Terrific. I really enjoyed the shave with it. It was mild, it was smooth, it was efficient, it was close. 2 passes, 1 day's worth of beard growth, 2 passes, BBS. No kidding. And I really enjoyed it. And I'll also link a quick video that Roger has on how to install the blade and remove the blade. Very easy. I found that there's a little bit of a trick in sliding it in and sliding it out. Don't try to overthink it, but it really is very easy. Obviously be careful because it is a rather sharp blade, but yeah, terrific. And the handle, the shape of the handle, it's kind of like an S shape, so to speak, or something, has a nice curve in there, but it's very ergonomic and really fits into the hand very well. There is ribbing on the side of the handle, on each side of the handle, and that really affords a very good grip. So I really enjoyed this. I'm probably the shave. Let me just say, I am going to do a head shave with this because it was such a mild and efficient face shave for me. So I think I'm going to use the 2 dot for a head shave. Maybe I'll use the 1 dot for that first head shave. That's what I'm thinking, because obviously the skin is a little thinner on top here, and I certainly don't want to nick myself. And I think while I think this is mild and efficient, I think maybe I'll use the 1 dot for that first head shave, and then maybe move up to this one. But yeah, it was a very mild and efficient shave. No nicks, no cuts, no irritation. So wanted to mention that to you folks out there, that these razors are available. I will link to Roger Quintero's Thingiverse page where you can get the plans and tip him and that sort of thing. Really, really terrific. Contact him, talk to him about this. He also has a lot of other items up there that are 3D printed. Really fantastic, fantastic technology. And my thanks again to Roger Quintero for sending these along and allowing me to review them and share them with the viewers. Thank you very, very much, Roger. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, so when I placed my order at Phoenix Shaving, I threw in some extra items, and those extra items are going in the prize package. As you know, as we get closer to 8,000 subscribers, we're going to be having a prize giveaway. So I wanted to mention a couple of more items that are going to go in the prize package, and they are the original Cube 2.0. This is the mentholated version right here, a brand new Cube 2.0, activated charcoal, CK6, mentholated. This is a terrific, terrific pre-shave soap. Absolutely love, love, love this, which is why when I placed my Phoenix Shaving order, I ordered some extras to put into the prize package. It really is terrific. If you've never used it, I hope you win so you can try this out. If you've never used it, get up and you're up at Phoenix Shaving, placing an order, add this to your cart. It is terrific. I'll have the links below. And also an alum block with the no-slip grip in the travel case. This is also going to go into the prize package for the 8,000 subscriber giveaway. So this is terrific. I love this alum block. I think it's the best bang for the buck. I love the size of it, love the no-slip grip. And this is a nice travel case, really a nice size. So you can throw that into your DOP kit and take the Phoenix Shaving alum block with the no-slip grip with you on the road. So there you go, the Cube 2.0 and the alum block with the no-slip grip and travel case. This is going to go in the prize package for the 8,000 subscribers. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for the alert so you'll know when the next video is launched, and it could be that video for the 8,000 subscriber giveaway. Well, that's it for this week's new shaving gear. Wow, some great, great stuff. Thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. Viewer Hayes Jar Jar asked the following. What do you recommend for a head shave and face shave? I don't know if I should get a safety razor or not. Harry's and Gillette have been bothering me a lot lately, and I don't want bumps or burns. Absolutely safety razor. Give a safety razor a try. A single blade to do that shave. Yes, less is more. One blade is better than 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Absolutely. Do the traditional wet shave. There is so much available out there. Now, for me, I like razors that are mild, neutral to mild, with good efficiency. Generally speaking, if I have 1 day's worth of beard growth, a good mild razor with good efficiency will get the job done for me after 2, possibly 3 passes. That's what I like. You're not taking the beard down in one fell swoop. You're doing 2 to 3 shave passes to knock the beard down. Really, in my opinion, the best way to shave, absolutely. Now, as far as razors that are mild, there's a lot of choices out there. I can just give you a few examples. These are upper level razors. The Metaphor from Phoenix Shaving, boy, this is a beautifully, beautifully mild razor. This is great for a face shave. It's great for a head shave because of its mild quality. And for my head shaves, I cannot use anything that's overly aggressive. I tend to really nick myself. That's why I stick with a mild razor for both face shave and head shave. But the Metaphor from Phoenix Shaving, very, very nice, fully stainless steel, fantastic, fantastic razor. Here's a razor that came via viewer Fernie Beck. Thank you again, Fernie. This is an amazing, amazing razor. The Carve Overlander. Oh my gosh, I shaved with this before today's broadcast. 3 passes, BBS. It was absolutely wonderful. This shave, this razor, the shave with this razor is just outstanding. This is great for face shaves and also head shaves. Really, really like it. It has a nice mild approach, yet it's very, very efficient. I did 3 passes with this. Again, BBS. BBS finish. It was just absolutely wonderful. Carve Overlander. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic razor. We cannot forget the Supply SE injector razor. Boy, is this great. This also has the Nick Stop technology right here on their guard. Fantastic shaver. I've used this both for face shaves and head shaves. It is very efficient, very mild, very smooth for both face shaves and head shaves. Can't recommend it enough. Terrific, terrific razor. If you would like to get a single edge with the injector style razor, this is a great, great razor to choose. Really, really terrific. I like it a lot. Let's not forget any of the vintage razors that are out there. You can get a really nice vintage not a super speed, a Gillete Slim like this that adjusts from 1 to 9. And then you can go ahead and kind of pick your level of aggression and find out what suits you best. Again, for me, this adjusts from 1 to 9. I usually shave from about 5 downward. So 5 and then followed up by a pass at 4 and then maybe finish up at a pass at 2, something like that. This is terrific. You can find these at estate sales, garage sales, antique shops. If they're in so-so condition, you can always send them out to have them replated. These were just made wonderfully, wonderfully well. This razor here is probably about 60 years old, something like that, and I had it reworked by razorplate.com. Chris Evett over there at razorplate.com, and it looks like it's going to last for another 70, 80 years. Just absolutely fantastic. So keep the adjustables in mind, but if you do get an adjustable, my recommendation is to keep it on the mild side and see how that works. Don't go all the way up to the aggressive end and start to shave. Shave at about the mild end of the spectrum and kind of, see how that works and work your way up from that. So that's kind of what I use for my face shaves and head shaves. Mild razors. Let me mention one more because I mentioned it earlier. The Icon X3 Slant. You'll be hard-pressed to nick yourself with this. This is great for face shaves and also head shaves. For me, 3-pass razor, but boy, is it efficient. It does a wonderful, wonderful job. The X3 Slant from Icon. Really, really enjoyed that. And of course, we mentioned the Hagen adjustable, the Merkur adjustable, some of these other razors that are adjustable. Again, if you get an adjustable razor, keep it on the mild side. Don't be tempted to turn it up all the way. Rockwell 6S is another wonderful adjustable razor system. I use the number 3 plate for both face shaves and head shaves. Maybe I'll use the number 4 plate for a face shave, but 3 plate is where I will do my head shave with. It's fantastic. Now, one particular item that I like to use for a head shave that is not a safety razor, it's not a cartridge razor, it's not a single blade cartridge razor, it's not a multi-blade cartridge razor. It's this item right here. This is rather unique. It's the Omni Shaver. It's a bi-directional shaver for the head specifically. I like this a lot. It's great when time is of the essence. When I'm in a pinch for time and I need a quick head shave, this really does come to the rescue. And I can use a brushless shave cream on my head, and I can use this and go back and forth and get a really, really nice head shave. Now, the cartridges in here are a little different than those in a cartridge razor. There are several blades in here, but again, it's different. For lack of a better term, these are a little more shallow, so it allows you to press a little more. You can press down and really engage them a little bit, and it really is very, very smooth and gives a nice shaving result. Very, very quick. So I'm just mentioning that if you are looking for something for a head shave and you have a little bit of trepidation about using a safety razor, you know what? Check this out, the Omni Shaver. This will give you a really, really terrific head shave in record time. Check out my review. I think I did a head shave in like under 5 minutes, like 4 minutes, something like that. Yeah, it's terrific. I like using it when I'm in a pinch, but overall, for my face shave and my head shave, I like using a safety razor. And as I've said to everyone, as I say all the time to everyone, this is the best time to be doing the traditional wet shave. There is so much out there. You'll find a razor, a brush, a soap, etc. that fits your wallet and your budget. But yes, if you're going to use a safety razor, My recommendation, let me put it this way. In starting the traditional wet shave, what I did was I went mild, neutral to mild. The Chieftain from Vikings Blade was the razor that I started with. It's neutral. It was perfect for me. It was absolutely perfect. That's another great razor to start with, the Chieftain. If you find that the Chieftain might be a little too much being neutral, Chieftain Jr. is milder. Another great razor at a great price point. Lots of choices out there. But for me, neutral to mild is where I like to keep face shaves and head shaves. Those razors give me a nice smooth result. They have nice efficiency, and they make the shave more enjoyable for me, whether it's 2 passes or 3 passes. I like using a milder razor with nice efficiency. And some of the ones I've showed you here are very, very good. So, there's a lot to pick from, a lot to choose from. So that's just kind of some suggestions here and there, and I hope that you investigate a little more. Check out the other videos of some of the razors I've used. Get a nice mild safety razor and just kind of, jump into the deep end of the pool, but get a mild one. That's my recommendation. You can always move up. If you get an adjustable, you know what? Just keep it on the mild end and kind of move up as you go along and learn the proper shaving technique. I hope that helps. Thanks very much for the question. Hey, it's Jar Jar. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Jimmy V Photography checked in, and he has a great solution to cleaning Phoenix Shaving Travel Scuttle. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. I found the solution to getting my travel scuttle back to looking like new. CLR is amazing. It's biosafe, and with a quick soak and light brushing, boom, new. Really amazing stuff." Now, I asked him for some details on this, and he said, "I used a 1-to-4 mix. Didn't use exact measurements, but I'm pretty good about eyeballing that stuff. I figured if 1-to-4 didn't show enough results, I could always go stronger. I put that dilution in a bucket just big enough to submerge the scuttle, immerse the scuttle for around 5 minutes to give the solution time to work. I then gave it a brushing while still submerged. Doing it submerged limits that spray you get off of brushes when you're holding the object out of the solution. Splashed it around a bit more, then I did a lot of rinsing, filling with fresh water, etc. After the flushing with tap water, I gave it a final rinse with distilled water. After it dried, it looked like it just came out of the shipping box. I've attached 2 photos showing the result after the first CLR bath." Wow. Thanks very much for that, Jimmy. Really appreciate it. Something I'm going to try because I think mine needs a little bit of a cleaning. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got to clean it out. So I'm definitely going to look at CLR as a solution. So thanks very, very much for that. I really do appreciate it. So if you have the Phoenix Shaving Travel Scuttle, give CLR a try. I will pin the directions that Jimmy gave at the top of the comments page so that you can kind of follow along to what he said and, see if you get similar results. I'm sure you will. But yeah, I'm going to definitely give it a try myself. Go get some CLR. I know they make CLR in a spray. It's already diluted properly. So, that's another option too if you want to use a spray and see if that works. I might try that as well. So thanks very much for the tip on cleaning the Phoenix Shaving Travel Scuttle. Jimmy, really, really do appreciate it. Okay, Jim from Northfield checked in again. We've been talking about the Dollar Tree and the different shaving supplies that you can get there, that sort of thing. Of course, Rob Smith Jr. talked about Dollar Tree when he was doing his cartoon illustration live on Facebook the other day. And Jim writes the following: "Hey, Mark, this is a 100% Dollar Tree shave, including the soap and brush. The cost of this complete set is $8.75. You can do a traditional wet shave on a low-cost budget. Have a great week." Thanks very much for that, Jimmy. I really do appreciate that. And what he has here is an Assured safety razor, an Assured shave brush, Assured witch hazel, Be Pure shave soap, Dollar Tree aftershave splash, Spa Naturals moisturizer coconut oil, and a Cold Dapper aftershave balm. Now, he followed up and detailed the result he got from this shave and said, "I did my all Dollar Tree shave. I got a really great shave. That soap lathered wonderfully for me. It provided adequate slickness and did the job well. Those shave brushes are very poor quality, but mine is actually serviceable. The balm is a slight sandalwood scent with good calming properties. The aftershave, as you know, has a baby powder scent. I like the coconut moisturizing cream to top off the shave. It proves you can do a traditional wet shave for under $9. Have a great evening. Looking forward to your Monday morning mailbag tomorrow morning, as I always do, Jim. Hey, thanks very much, Jim. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Paul Belleci, B-I-L-L-E-C-I. Belleci. I think that's how it's pronounced, Paul. I hope that is. He also informed us Dollar Tree has a shave soap puck. I haven't tried it yet, but from the test lather, it's not too good. Well, okay. Maybe that was your test lather where you were just maybe doing a test lather with the brush and not actually doing the shave. I don't know. Jim from Northfield seems to think that it was okay. It was pretty good. I might get some myself and try it myself and do a review and see what it's like. I know other viewers have mentioned that the shave soap puck is available at Dollar Tree, so I'm definitely going to check it out and see if it's available and at my local store and pick it up and hopefully do a review on it. So, hey, thanks, Paul, for the comment. Thanks very much, Jim. Really do appreciate it. 100% Dollar Tree shave for under $9. Not bad at all. All right, oh, you know what? I can't. I'm going to attempt this name here. Brijanji called Zanjala. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to put it on screen below so you can see it. But here's the question from the viewer Brijanji. I'm going to say Brijanji. I hope that's correct. I do apologize if I've completely mangled your name. I hope I got part of it correctly pronounced. Can you show me how to adjust the settings? This is regarding a Gillete Slim. Okay, can you show me how to adjust the settings? Do I have to open the head every time when I want to change the settings? This was posted in a review I did or a shave I did with the Gillete Slim adjustable razor. So he wants to know how to properly adjust this. This is my understanding of this. Because the Gillete Slim and the Gillette Fat Boy have this quarter turn right here that locks everything in place. When everything's locked in place, you do not want to adjust it. You want to loosen this up, unlock it, and then you want to loosen those doors. And once the doors are loose, then you can go ahead and make your adjustment. And once you've made your adjustment, close the doors, and then give it that quarter turn and lock everything in place. That's always been my understanding from other wet shavers who have given me this advice. I'm not entirely sure why that is. It could be the age of the razor and the internal workings. You don't want to overly stress them. I'm not sure if the previous owner of this particular razor adjusted it when everything was locked in place or loosened it up. I don't know. I'm just thinking because of the stress on the inner workings of it, it's better to loosen everything up and make the adjustment that way. Don't do it when it's locked down. I think it might be too much of a strain on the internal workings of the razor. And the razor is 60, 70 years old. So that's my thinking on that. Now, if you've heard otherwise, please comment below. But my understanding has always been with these vintage adjustable slims and adjustable fat boys, you always unlock, loosen the doors, adjust, close the doors, lock, twist and lock, and then continue with your shave. So if you agree with that, comment below. If you say that if you know of a variation on that, or you say it's okay to adjust it when it's locked in place, let me know. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, yeah, you can adjust it when anything's locked in place. I've always heard, unlock, loosen the doors, adjust, close the doors, quarter turn, lock, and then continue your shave. So thanks very much for the question, Brijanji. I hope that's how it's pronounced. Really do appreciate it. And again, this is what I've always heard regarding these vintage razors. So thanks again. I hope that helps. Well, that's it for another Monday morning mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetooney.com/blog. For my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this, I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great shaving gear. Check out VikingsBlade.com for some great shaving gear. Check out Barbas for some great shaving gear. Check out the Sudsy Soapery. Check out Denton Magic. They all have great shave soaps and great shave gear. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/markzerany, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.